Today's lesson we're going to be looking at expanding quadratics. So that is when you have two brackets back to back. Here's our first example here. So what this actually means is we have to times everything in this bracket by everything in this bracket. So there are a couple of ways of doing this. My preferred method is to use the grid. So you put one of what's in one bracket at the top and the other bracket down the side. Now it doesn't matter which way round you do that, and then you multiply through. So you're going to times them all together. So x times x gives you x squared, x times 2 is 2x, x times 3 is 3x, 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, then what you need to do is simplify. So if you write them out, x squared add 2x add 3x add 6, you can add your x's together there. So my final answer is x squared add 5x add 6. So to recap there, we draw a grid, one bracket at the top, one bracket down the side, and then you multiply. Once you've multiplied out, you simplify your x's together. Okay, just be careful of your signs. So when you move on to negatives, be careful with that. So I've got an example here for you. This time I'm going to do it. I'm not going to talk and I'm going to make a mistake. See if you can spot my mistake. Okay, did you spot where I made a mistake? Okay, it was right here. This is the classic mistake that people make. Instead of multiplying these two, they add them together. So do not do that. That is incorrect. This should read as -6. So then this should be -6. And that should be -6 there. So your final answer would be x squared minus x minus 6. Okay, right, you've got 6 questions there. Press pause, have a go, and then we will go through them. Okay, there's your answers. Hopefully you've not got caught out with any of the signs there. And just remember, when you've got a square here, it means you're times in the bracket by itself. So rewrite it and then draw your grid. Good job. Right, moving on then. Our next set of questions is when we have 3 brackets. So all we do is the first 2, get our answer, and then we times it by this bracket. So I'm going to draw my grid here. X add 2, x add 3, and I want to multiply all the terms together. So I get x squared, 2x, 3x, and 6. So when I simplify this, I get x squared add 5x add 6. Now I need to times this by x add 4. So this time, again, it doesn't matter if you pop it at the top or down the side, doesn't matter which way around, you'll get the same answer. X add 4. Now be careful, x times x squared is x cubed, x times 5x is 5x squared, 6x, you get 4x squared here, you get 20x, and 6 4s are 24. So when we simplify this, remember that you can only add x cubes to x cubes, x squareds to x squareds, x's to x's, and numbers to numbers. Okay, so we've got x cubed on its own there. 5x add 4x gives you 9x squared. Then you've got 20x add 6x, 26x, and then 24 on the end. So because you've got 3 brackets, you're going to get a cubed, a squared, an x, and an integer. Okay, have a look at that, and then have a go at the next one. Be careful with this negative sign here. Okay, let's go through this one then. So we get x squared minus x minus 6. Then I'm going to multiply that by x add 4. X add 4, so I get x cubed minus x squared minus 6x, 4x squared minus 4x minus 24. So write it out. Okay, so we've got 9 over x cubed, so that says it's x cubed. 4x squared minus x squared is 3x squared. Minus 4x minus another 6 will take you down to minus 10x, and minus 24 on the end. Okay, so I've got 2 more questions for you to do. So press pause, have a go, and then we'll go through them. Okay, let's have a look then. So this means x add 3 times x add 3 times by x add 3. So let's start with the first set of brackets. Okay, x squared, 3x, 3x, 9. So when I simplify that, I get x squared add 6x add 9. Now we need to times that by x add 3 again. Let's draw another grid. Okay, so we get x cubed, 6x squared, 9x, 3x squared, 6 3s are 18, x, 3 9s are 27. So when we simplify, I'm going to get x cubed add 6x squared, add 3x squared, add 18x, add 9x, add 27. Let's simplify it. X cubed is on its own. 6x squared add 3x squared is 9x squared. 18x add 9x is 27x, add 27. Okay. Question 3 then. This means x minus 2 times by x minus 2 times by x add 3. So first set of brackets times by the second set of brackets. Always take your time when you've got them negative. X times x is x squared minus 2x plus 4. So I've got x squared minus 4x add 4. Now we need to times that by x add 3. So I get x cubed minus 4x squared plus 4x, 3x squared minus 12x add 12. So now we need to simplify. Be careful with your negatives. So I've got x cubed minus 4x squared add 3x squared is going to be minus x squared. So if you struggle with your negatives, think of it as a thermometer. If you're on minus 4 and you're going to add 3 on, where you're going to end up. So that's minus 3, minus 2, minus 1. So minus 1x squared. That's that bit there. Minus 12 add on 4. So if you're not sure, draw a thermometer or a number line. Start minus 12 and come up 4. It's going to leave you with minus 8x add 12. Okay, so mark your work. Hopefully that's clear. and that is expanding brackets.